In this video, I'm going to be taking you through a live demonstration of a very powerful app that we've been building for several months now that's going to allow users to reach out to influencers on Instagram and Twitter as well. So basically, there's nothing like this on the market. The only thing that has been released on the market was Insta Engage, which was for reaching out to influencers on Instagram only, and it's just this app Insta Engage is just scratching the surface compared to what we've built into this particular app. Okay, we're going to be calling Reach Influencer. So the first thing customers have to do immediately when they come on board is to come in your Connect accounts and connect your Instagram account and Twitter account as well, because we're going to be allowing them to reach out to influencers not just on Instagram but Twitter. Okay. So first off, we connect that, and there can now come in here under the feeds, which is an extra feature, so users can now see live feeds of what's trending in their Instagram profile and Twitter account simultaneously, okay, without having to log on to Twitter or Instagram. So this is an extra feature for users without having to jump on Instagram and Twitter. As you can see, I'm presented with the feeds, the medias that are trending on my feed on Instagram right now. Okay, so next we're able to search for posts, okay, relating to any keyword in my niche. So for example, I connected my Instagram account, so I select and enter in a keyword relating to my niche. So for example, I want to see what's being posted in the beard niche. So as you can see, I'm presented with medias that has been posted with the keyword beard, and I can now view this media by clicking here. So we just allow a few seconds for this to load up. So so okay, cool. So for example, we can now see the likes this photo is getting, the comments used for this particular, and hashtags used for this particular photo. So we're sure that this kind of photo will get the user's attention in the beard niche. So I can contact influencers and send the influencer an image relating to this, because I'm sure it's going to engage my audience. So we can scroll down and as well pick and check out other media that's been posted. So for this image, we can see this has no likes, and it's a bad image considering that we're not able to find an engagement for this particular image. And another thing is, immediately we search for an image, we can save to messages. Okay, I'll explain this feature in a little while. Okay, so this is we can build a collection of message templates we can use in contacting influencers in this particular niche. Okay, it's just an extra feature. So now this is the main meat and potato of this particular app, where we're able to find influencers in our niche. The first thing we want to do is come in here and click on influencer groups. Okay, this is where we create a group of influencers we want to contact. Okay, so for example, I've done this in the past. I select my Instagram account, I created a collection of influencers in the niche beards. So I can collect influencers and update them in here, and I can now send a message to all influencers in this niche, okay, in this particular group. So creating a new group is as simple as coming in here and clicking on group. So we give it a name and a description, and that's all. And we can now save group. So this is the first thing every user is meant to do when trying to find influencers using our app. Okay, they create a group of influencers and then they move down to the next step and find influencers. So when we come in here, select Instagram, select our account we want to use for this campaign, and we can now search for dogs. This is the main part. Okay, this is where we're able to see influencers in the dog niche, and this is where it gets so much interesting. Okay, we're able to see the influencer's username, the amount of followers this influencer has, the following and the post they've made. So we know that this influencer has a very active following. Okay, for them to have such a huge following, followers, and also a good number of posts. So we can decide to as well follow this influencer and also click this add button to add to our influencer group. Okay, so we created an influencer group doc. So we click in here and boom, we have this particular influencer to our group. Okay, and we can now contact them with an automated messaging system. So we can do that for a number of influencers we want to contact. Okay, so simple as clicking here, select group, added, and we can add as many influencers we want to a particular group. So next, this is where we're able to find this will find influencers based on the keyword used on their handle on Instagram or either Twitter. So for example, we can say we want to look for influencers with dogs trainer on their handle, or a user can enter in a specific influencer's handle and it will bring that up. So okay, first of all, let's select the Instagram account that will be used and allow this to load up. So now we can now follow influencers with specific keyword we entered and add them to our influencers group as well. So we can now decide to add multiple influencers to a group. Okay, this is how we build our influencer group by finding influencers under the individual influencer function or the basic find influencers function. Next thing we have is the manage influencers. Okay, so this allows users to be able to see all influencers that has been loaded into the account. Okay, so this shows us influencers we've added earlier on. This was added into the beards group, and if you scroll down, this was added into the dog group, and so forth and so. So we can now manage each influencer we've added. Okay, and every influencer that has been added can be edited. Okay, we can go in we can go through an influencer's profile and find out their email address, their Skype ID, add them in here. Okay, if we're trying to build a real profile for influencers, and we can quickly send this particular influencer a message. Okay, if we have something cool to say, and our message will be delivered directly into the inbox of this particular influencer. We can do that for multiple influencers that have been added in here. Okay, so next is the track influencers function. Basically, the track influencers function lets users find messages that has been delivered to influencers and messages that has been received from influencers. So with this, users can communicate and deal with influencers directly inside of the app without jumping to Instagram. Okay, this is very simple and we've made it user friendly for everybody. So now we have message templates, and inside of the manage templates tab, users are able to create a new template of messages that will be used in contacting influencers. Okay, so simple as that. Users can just save templates or they can gather images from the search feeds. Okay, if they find an image that will probably capture an influencer's attention, they can use it in contacting an influencer. Okay, so this is where users can build up messages or templates for contacting influencers. So the most important part of this software is the campaign function. Okay, this is where users can set automated campaigns to go out and start contacting every influencer that has been collected in a particular group. So for example, you can say influencers, let's call this beard influencers. We save this group, campaign created. Then we're coming here to edit our campaign. So now I'm going to explain this step by step. Okay, this is where this is the name of the campaign. So users are still allowed to edit the campaign and give this select a group for this campaign. Okay, so we want to target all influencers we added in this specific group, in this particular group. Sorry. Okay, and also this is where we give users the automated feature to automatically comment or post a tweet if an influencer doesn't respond in a certain amount of time. So for example, we can say after 2 hours, if an influencer doesn't respond to my message, they should comment on their post. Okay, this reminds influencers that we just contacted them. Okay, please check my PM in your inbox. It's urgent. Okay, so this goes out to the comment section or a tweet to an influencer's profile if a particular influencer doesn't respond after 2 hours. Okay, so this is to ensure that every influencer contacted on Instagram or Twitter are reminded about the user's message, okay, a user's post or user's request to make a sponsored post on your profile. So we can select our Instagram account to use, which is Mr. Morrissey, which I linked, and also to a Twitter account where linked, and we click on update campaign. So, okay, so I'm going to adjust my screen. Okay, when you go down there, we come in here and we say campaign messages. So this is where we select the campaign message that will be going out to every influencer in this group. Okay, so I can now decide to make use of this particular post. Okay, I can use this image, or I can use this particular post. Okay, it's left for me or the user to select whatever they want to use. So we also have a feature whereby we set when we want this message to go out to every influencer in this group. Okay, so we enter in the date, and let's say I want this to go out tomorrow. Okay, okay, I don't want to replace this message, so I click on save message. Okay, so we're still working on this campaign feature, so it's not fully complete. The developer is actually working on this campaign section presently, so I was just in a hurry and to show you this demo because it's totally hot. Okay, so immediately a campaign has been created. We can set this campaign to go out to every influencer that's been added in the Beards influencer group. Okay, so immediately that's done, we have the contract section. So now we're in the contract section. This is where a user can list out all influencers that they have sealed a deal with, okay, all influencers they've created a contract with, okay. So for example, I assumed that I contacted this influencer using our app, and this influencer replied and gave me a deal to make a payment of $100 to have my post on his wall for probably say 2 hours, okay. So now user can come in here and create a contract. So first off, to create a contract, we're coming down here to influencers, manage influencers. And we click load added influencers. Okay, select our Instagram first. So when that is done, we can now assume that okay, I've negotiated with this particular influencer, and this influencer has agreed to upload my post, responsive post on his wall for a specific amount. So I come in here and I click manage contracts. Now, this is where I'm able to create a contract. So I click on create contract and I can enter in my website, okay? Amounts that have been paid to influencer, let's say $200, and I can say I can enter in description and I can just say something like a dog CPA offer. Okay, let's assume I'm trying to promote a dog CPA offer to on this particular influencer's profile. So I click on update. Updated successfully. Okay. So immediately that is done, click on load contracts. Okay, now this brings up the contract manage contract option future, okay, where users can now see the contract that we've had with this particular influencer, and when this contract was created, the destination of the website, and we are able to generate a special URL, okay, for every user. So meaning user can now take this URL and send it to this particular influencer. And why would they want to do that? Because this is like a tracking URL that redirects to the website they entered in, and they're able to find the total clicks because we count the total clicks that this influencer has driven to their click to the link. So we want to make sure every user is able to know an influencer that is actually driving them clicks and at what cost per click. So we're going to tell user the amount of clicks they're getting from an influencer for a particular campaign and at what cost per click. So this is going to give an influencer an idea if this is a profitable campaign or not. Okay, this is just a rough demo. Okay, there's so much coolness in this app and we're still working on the UI, the functions. This is nothing, there's nothing like this in the market right now, and we're totally killing it with this app, okay, because we're loading it with so much features that's going to help users to find and negotiate with influencers on Instagram and Twitter, and at the same time be able to know when their offer is converting, is an influencer is really sending them traffic that is converting on their offers. So thank you for watching this demo. I really appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward towards a partnership on this project. Thank you.